not sure if I've done this or made this introduction before or recently, but let me restate this just for giggles and for your personal context. This is the 820 show. This is what I'm going to call, for you to consider as the blockchain of resilience, meaning these conversations, each episode is meant to exist as sovereign, as uncorrupted, cannot be duplicated, and is shared and captured for your reference in your public journal, your open ledger of resilience. Because as we talk about these things, and as you maybe decide to share this with others, that conversation about resilience, as I've said before, the intention is to strengthen the daily and moment-to-moment connections among all of us, and to combat or dismiss or diminish the conflicts and the competition with all of us in this world. Resilience is what we all have, but many of us haven't chosen to execute or activate that quality that we all have. So thank you for joining me today. Let's think about this maybe as I kind of referenced it the other day about the energy of words. So maybe this is a continuation of that discussion on the energy of words, where I was emphasizing the importance of being careful and circumspect about the words you use, about yourself, about others, about what you intend to do, about as you're doing it, and not as a summary of how good or bad you were in doing X, Y, or Z, what you intend to do in the present moment right now. So in the previous episode, I was emphasizing the energy of words. And I mentioned in there was a speech I made, I think years ago. I'm not sure if I captured it in an episode and a podcast, 820, but we'll do it today and consider this as maybe the energy of words part 2. And this one's called the energy for sale. So it always starts with, considers through the discussion, and returns to the question. So what drives you? How do you get your energy, or how do you get more energy? Can you sustain or build or store this energy that you are seeking? Sure, you can want something. And maybe that answers the first question about what drives you. But what if you need something and that is what drives you? What if you have to need something and you conclude that that is what drives you? Okay, so let's stick with that for a minute. Because you need something, does that really drive you and your energy? So, if you need air, what drives you energy-wise to get that air? If you need to eat, what energy-wise drives you to eat? If you need sex, what energy-wise drives you to need sex? Sure. All right. In that last scenario, you can buy or invest some money or time and effort to satisfy that so-called need. But let's look at those examples, or these examples. What are you really seeking besides that transaction is the experience or feeling of breathing, of eating, of sharing yourself intimately. This is what really drives you. The present feeling through your presence, your full presence in whatever you do. Now, you can't approximate the long-term experience of feeling through your ego or fear-based or vanity-based or arrogance-based motivations. To me, however, that is a tough practice to sustain. You have to keep that buzz going, continuing to expect a better buzz with the next transaction. Or you can access that goal of experiencing that present feeling without the imagined dance at the next event. Remember, in our earlier discussion, when you strip away the dress and the masks, what you always want and need is the present feeling, which also happens to be the best you can ever have in the moment. So just remember to ask yourself that question. What drives me? When you get past the comparison, the competitive analysis, and the me-centered viewpoint, you will de-stress and simplify how you will meet your daily challenges. You have and can always have access to all of the energy you'll ever need. Sometimes it takes just a few questions, guiding you to listen to a new experience of you, not for the answers. New, organic, original, sincere, genuine, curious questions. Because those kind of questions, believe it or not, contain the very answers you're looking for. Just a few questions like that will start giving you the nudges, the signposts, the guidance, the whispers, the soft encouragement to go forward on that apparent part of an answer. Once you do that, listen to those new questions from yourself, to your creator, and then maybe to others or other resources out there. You then get the opportunity to experience the new you. Then you can accept the answers, the gifts that you already have, your own presence, your own self, with the feeling of the present moment. When you seem to have lost energy or drive, remember this: to reconnect with your confidence and in your humility. And when things go swimmingly well or easy, remember also again to reconnect with your humility and that confidence as well. So energy is not for sale, but the energy in the words you use is what you're selling. Selling to yourself, presenting back forward to your creator. That is what you're selling. That's what you're pitching. That is the energy you already have. Stay present. Stay current. Remember, it is always 8:20.